Hey everyone, this is Achilles from Funda for QA Automation, and in this video we are gonna discuss the major updates which has happened in Selenium version 4.11.0, and we are also gonna discuss the future versions of the Selenium, right? So if you'll see here on this screen, I have jotted down few pointers. So which is nothing but the sequential updates which they have done with respect to the Selenium drivers actually. So if you'll see this, the point number one, uh, whoever has already worked on the Selenium, they must be aware about this code, right? So in the beginning of the Selenium, we were downloading the Chrome driver manually, right? And we were setting up the path like this way, right? So here, I mean, the beginning, there was manual intervention every time whenever there was browser updates happen. I mean, there was, if any slight change in the browser version, I mean, we had to download the Chrome driver, right? And we were setting the path like this way. Later on in 2017, a new concept came in the market called WebDriver Manager, which was automatically downloading the browser. So I mean, it removed the manual intervention somewhat, right? So, but this WebDriver Manager is not part of the Selenium. They are the separate community who developed this concept actually, right? But the major shift which has happened in the Selenium came with the version 4.11.0. So we are going to discuss in detail about this version actually. So in this version, they remove this dependency called WebDriver Manager. Now they launch new concept Selenium Manager actually. So if in your system, just understand this, if in your system, if your Chrome browser is 115 or above, then we have to use this version. Otherwise, you will not be able to launch the Chrome browser. So it means if your browser version is 115 and above, then you are bound to use this version. You are bound to use this version. Sorry, we have to write like here. Uh, so what I'm trying to say is, if you'll see my Chrome browser is 116, then I can't use the Selenium version less than 4.11.0. I can't use 4.6, 4.7 or 4.8 or 4.10 also. I can't use it. So if I want to launch Chrome browser with this version, then I will have to use this Selenium version. Okay. So, so in this version, a new concept, like I have said, they have implemented this new logic called Selenium Manager. And the beauty of this concept is it download the Chrome browser as well as the driver automatically. So earlier that we were talking about the driver only, right? Now with this version, with this logic, Selenium Manager, they are able to download the Chrome browser as well, not just driver. Okay, so we are gonna discuss this line specifically in detail after some, I mean, after some time. Okay, so now if you'll see the current version which is there, and one more thing I want to discuss here, in this version 4.11, this was specifically for the Chrome browser. So if you are using this Chrome Selenium version 4.11.0, so it meant it download Chrome browser automatically and both automatically. But if you are using this version, it download the Firefox as well and driver for the Firefox as well. So Chrome browser and Firefox both will be handled in this version. In future, this version, when this version will be launched, in this version they are planning to implement for Edge browser. So if you are using this version, it will support all three browser, the Edge, the Firefox, and the Chrome browser download automatically. Driver automatically will get downloaded. I mean, you don't need to bother about the driver. Here the concept is related to browser. Earlier the automatic browser download was not happening, but with this browser, with this Selenium version, we are able to download the browser as well automatically. So if you are using this browser, this Selenium version, it means it is going to support all the browser, the Edge, Firefox, and Chrome. If you are using this version, it is going to support Firefox and Chrome only, not the Edge. And if you are using this version, it is going to support only Chrome. Okay, so let me demonstrate about this Chrome browser. If you understand this logic, then automatically the other concept you will understand automatically. We don't need to, I mean, m- explain much about that other the other version. Okay, so let me show you this uh, browser, Chrome browser downloads and all. So I mean, if you'll see that I have already this Chrome browser in my system, right? 116. If I want to, if I want to launch the browser which is already there in my system, just I need to write this line only. So if you write this line only with this version, Selenium version, with this version, so it will launch the current browser which is already is installed in your system. So if I run this code, I'm using this Selenium version as of now in my system, and if I write the code, only one line of the code, it will be able to launch the browser. Okay, let's run it. So if you see the browser version, we can see here 116 has been launched. Okay, but now since the new concept has come with the Selenium manager, that we can also download the browser, the previous browser, or the the future browser. Okay, so as of now we are able to run our test case on the current browser which is already installed in my system. But if I want to run my test cases to the previous version, on the previous version, or maybe on the future version, then how we can do it? I mean, so in order to run our test case on previous version or on the future version, what you have to do is you have to write this code: Chrome options, and just give any name. Let's say option, I'm giving new Chrome options, and here we can set the set browser browser version. There is one method they have given, and in this method you need to just pass the browser version, on which version do you want to run your test case. For example, if I want to run my test case on 115, I just need to write like this way and pass this object under this Chrome driver constructor. Okay, that's it. So now my whole test case will get executed on this version. Okay, so let me run it. See this. Okay, so if you'll see that we are able to launch 115 version which is not installed in my system. So what it does, it download this version from the Chrome official site, and then it launch for let's demonstrate other version as well. Okay, so if I want to run on 17, which is the future version for me, then just write this future version and it will launch 117 now for the testing. Okay, so see this 117 version is getting launched here. If I want to run on 118 version, just change the version here and it will launch it. So it download first and then it launch. Okay, so if you see this 118, So this is how it works actually. So this beauty has come with this Selenium version actually. Okay, so this is what I wanted to discuss. And one more thing, if we'll see here, this is the place where the all this Selenium version is getting maintained actually. All the cache Selenium related download, all these related downloads are getting maintained under this cache folder. Okay, so if you'll see here, all this Chrome browser is getting maintained here. So we ran our test case on 15, 17 and 18, right? We can also run on any other browser as well, browser version as well. So just you need to write the version here and it will get downloaded and it will get launched automatically. Okay, so this cache folder, this is where all this is getting maintained here, you know. So if you'll go to Chrome driver, all this driver is also here. Okay, so all this driver, if you see here 16, right, Chrome driver. So for 17, this is the Chrome driver, right? So this is the place where all these downloads are getting maintained. So hope guys you understood the logic, what all the latest update they have done in the Selenium version. But if you have any still further questions, just let me know. We can discuss in the next video. Thank you guys.